Hello, my little biscuit babies.
Yes, welcome to yet another Wicker Biscuit.
Well, today's episode is an odd one.
Yes, first up, this was recorded a while ago. We stocked up on recordings while we were figuring out the logistics of how to make this bugger. Next up, this recording was not supposed to be a real episode, so there was no topic, no intro, and no transitions.
But it was really fucking funny, so we had to bring it to you.
That's right.
Another note on this episode, the audio is a little poor. There are some quiet parts and some background noise, but just know that we are always trying to bake you a better biscuit.
Well said, m'lady. And on that note, please enjoy the episode.
I love it when you call me a lady.
I will acquire children other ways.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like candy in a van?
Are we talking legal means?
You know it.
I mean, I think that's the best way to get a kid.
Necessary was kind of how that was implied,
Yeah.
but whatever you want to do with it.
I like it.
She would like to foster teenagers.
Oh, that's a great
Oh, you
idea.
can have mine. No, he's all right.
No,
He's a
yours
good
was
kid.
pretty
He's
good.
a good kid.
I'm coloring.
Oh, bitch.
That's
It's
fantastic.
popsicles.
I do really like that.
Wow.
They're called. It's these coloring pages called Fluxicles.
Oh.
I like
wouldn't
it.
do that.
I had a 2 a.m. coloring session at Blue Ox backstage.
You were going to go see Kiss, right?
That may still happen. We haven't purchased the tickets yet.
Is that, what town is that?
That's going to be in
It's a weird one.
Chicago.
Oh, because there is a...
But there was a weird one in Minnesota.
There is a weird
There's
one in Wisconsin.
And it was funny because we were talking about you guys going to the Kiss concert, and I looked it up, and it's like, oh yeah, Kiss is going to be, it's like Camden or
Yeah,
something.
Yep.
Is it
Crandon.
Crandon.
Why
Be
the
aware
hell
it's
are
the
they going
Kiss
to be
concert.
there?
I don't know.
Randomly, we
Race-
drove through.
It's a racetrack.
Yeah.
Crandon, whatever.
Crandon.
the hell. And they have a beautiful, well, I shouldn't say beautiful that, because I really wasn't beautiful, but they have a big international, like, racetrack there.
Yes. Maybe that's why they're doing
And now
it.
I can understand why it would be there.
Hmm.
Really
Snap.
wants to go.
Where is
I'm
it?
not sure.
In Wisconsin.
You
Show
know-
me on your mitten.
If I had a
I have no
keyboard,
idea.
I'd pull it up on the big thing, but I don't. I'm going to go out to Walmart tonight and buy 2 fucking wireless keyboards.
See, I'd already have them
It would-
ordered on Amazon.
It'd be north of Rhinelander.
Okay, so it's
Mm.
way up there.
It'd be like
When
2
are they
hours
playing
from
there?
here.
I'd much rather go to...
September 1st.
Why the fuck don't we shoot for that one?
Really wants
It
to
was
go to
just
that one.
announced, like,
Oh,
not
good. No,
very
this is
long
wonderful.
ago.
I'd rather go to that one than the Chicago one.
And to be
Plus,
fair,
the Chicago one is in November. And
his birthday that, well,
Hot
the week
diggity
up.
dog.
So I thought maybe I'll get him.
Yes.
would he want to go with us
Done.
and Ryan? And
It's possible.
okay, because Ryan and Carl are going to go with
Are
me
they?
and Amanda. And
There you go.
A little Gene Simmons action.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
I did watch that.
I was
show.
just thinking of Richard Simmons, and I was really confused.
Whatever happened to him? He like disappeared.
no,
No, he's
actually,
still
he
doing his
has a
stuff.
whole studio where he still does live exercises in Hollywood.
No way.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, well, okay. I don't
I wanna
know.
go.
Up till
go.
recently, he was still doing it. I don't know if he
Really?
kept doing it after COVID.
Interesting. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like wasn't there something a while back where he was like reclusive for a while?
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was some, and I could be misremembering, but I feel like there was something with like a personal assistant that like people were worried if.
Oh, didn't he punch them? He punched someone like in an airport, I think.
I bet they had it coming, to be completely
I
honest.
honestly think so. Because he seems like a nice fellow.
He does. My mom had all of his Sputnik Oldies tapes.
My mom had them as well. And like as a kid, I loved watching them. Like my sister and I would do it. And we had an aunt who would also do it. And she was just like getting winded. And Jackie and I, who were like 5, so we can bounce off the walls forever, are like, what's wrong with you? Why? What?
I went over to my parents' house, I think in my early 20s, and I saw that my mom had the hip hop booty ballet.
Ooh.
Is that Richard Simmons?
No.
It sounds fantastic.
Is it something for
And I was like, "Are you doing this?" And she's like, "No, not really." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's what I thought."
My sister got buns of steel one year for Christmas. Like she was a teenager. And my dad built her like the little step to do all the stuff. And
Oh, sure.
I don't know if she ever did it or not. She probably did it when I wasn't home. But I tried to do it a few times and I could like get through maybe the warm-up part and then I'm like, this is boring and I hate it and also I'm winded and how the fuck am I supposed to like do the rest of this? Like I'm already tired. So I'm done and that was good enough.
Okay. Richard Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
This is an article from almost a year ago, August 26, 2022.
Okay.
He broke his 6-year silence.
My.
With his spokesperson telling the Post that the beloved fitness icon is living the life he has chosen. Simmons' rep, Tom St., broke Friday following the release of a new documentary about the workout king's sudden disappearance from the spotlight. Richard is eternally grateful for the continuous outpouring of love and gratitude he has received from across the globe. St. told the Post he is happy, healthy, and living his life as he has chosen.
What does that mean?
On Wednesday in August last year,
Underground sex cult.
Simmons, 74, published his own short note on Facebook simply saying, "Thank you everyone for your kindness and love. Love, Richard."
Okay.
That doesn't tell me enough information. I have a lot of
Hold on,
questions.
it's one of those.
Oh,
it's one of those
sorry.
things that has a lot of ads.
This is where I have to like practice the pause. Just be quiet.
TMZ investigated what really happened to Richard Simmons. It's a special streaming on Fox and Hulu. Claims that the problems with the star's knees were behind the sudden shunning of the spotlight.
His knees?
Apparently, Simmons hasn't been public since 2014.
He sweated too many oldies.
Well,
The oldies really
then
got-
from what I understand, up until 2014, he actually had a studio.
Right on.
The oldies get pretty intense.
I feel like there was some concern that, I don't know if it was that spokesperson or personal assistant, they were like hiding him or like manipulating, like restricting his public
Some elder
access.
abuse.
Like, yeah, there was something nefarious going on,
He needed a mandated reporter.
allegedly.
He sure needed to mandate something.
He's 74.
That's it.
I'm implying
I thought
he's
it was
gay.
older. We got it.
I thought he was older too.
Don't know.
Maybe it's
He
because of the
stopped
oldies.
teaching
Actually, I just think he's
classes.
asexual, to be honest. I mean,
He stopped teaching classes in
I can
2016.
see that.
see, he did do classes out. At least I was right.
I'd go to a
I
class.
thought he
Oh
was
my God, I
older,
would've
but
killed
maybe
to
it
go
was
to one of
because
those.
he was like hanging out with older people.
He was born in
Maybe.
1948.
1948. Good lord.
Wasn't he the one that did the deal-a-meal?
I think so. I think my
I
mom had
remember
that.
Seeing that, or like the whole like early morning sales pitch that he did.
Yeah, it was a little
Simmons has not been
portfolio
seen
thing.
publicly since
deck of
March
cards.
or since February 2014, and by March 2016, speculation, expressions of concern about his well-being began to surface. So it was like a Free Britney situation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was a long time to wait to check in on him.
I know.
What if he had died in his house and we were just like,
Yeah,
maybe we should
public.
look?
Hurry up.
I wonder what he looks like now. Like towards the end of like,
Did he perm his hair or was that real, like natural?
I feel like this is the most recent picture. He looks the same, just old.
Huh?
Just
That's glorious. And it's even at an AARP event, which is even better.
And the gold outfit really just does it.
Yeah.
It's the Wikipedia page, if anyone is
Sure.
listening to this and wants to see it.
Okay, fine. I'll do my own.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I didn't get to see either.
Oh my. Yeah.
Oh, look at him. 2011.
I used to have a picture of him laying naked on a bed of salad.
I'm sorry. What? Okay, Court. We need much more explanation.
I think we don't. I think we just leave it there.
Well, what is there to explain, really?
What? If you have the opportunity to have a photo like that, would you not take it? You can look it up. It's good.
I'm doing it.
That's why she had it.
I'm doing it.
Like in my mind, he made it specifically for you and sent it to you.
And then Courtney shared it with the world.
Like, Courtney sent him some fan mail, and that's the response.
Did it have an autograph?
Get a load of this crouton.
What?
Did it have an autograph on it?
Could we send him fan mail?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my god,
Oh,
let's
it
do
is
it.
real.
Well, she didn't draw it.
It is spicy.
Did you tell someone to
Is
draw
it-
him like
there
her
are
French
versions.
girls?
Is
It is very French girl-like.
Is his body real though? Or is it just morphed?
It's got to be a Photoshop.
Really?
Do you know
See it?
the
He
works
sweat
of
with all
Alan
the
Levin?
ladies.
See, he's literally laying
Are
on
you
a
ready?
bed of
Are you
lettuce.
ready for this?
I don't know if I am.
I don't know that
How do you
are either.
adequately prepare for that? Oh, it's very tasteful.
Oh,
It's very tasteful.
He's like a centerpiece.
Yeah, it's like a French girl. Oh, he's beautiful.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Can we get a print of that?
Yeah.
Hold on, there's another
frontal
version.
or?
Oh my
This
gosh.
one's a little more.
No.
This one's
The
a little more
lettuce is
ass
covering all
forward.
the stuff.
That was-
Ooh, yeah, there's no.
He definitely wears a Speedo while tanning or swimming. So, just so you know.
Are you showing like more than what we just saw?
Yes, there's
'Cause that
another
was
one. No.
Look at Leah's
Oh,
face.
that's
He's making eye contact.
Yes.
That's
always the
I-
saucy old man.
whenever he hosts
Ooh.
Thanksgiving. That's what you walk into.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I had, I do believe.
Yeah, see how it's a little more ass forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
more,
does a
it's
little
more
bit.
cheek. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
a little
cheeky
cheekier.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you looking
Interesting.
at these, Leah Keisler?
You need to
Sorry, what?
gift yourself this. This is
Ugh.
self-care.
Is that what it is? Oh
yeah,
my.
I think I'm gonna have to suggest this to clients now when they come in. Be like, you need cheering up? Check out some Richard Simmons.
On a bed, let me lay you down.
He's not just sweating to the oldies.
in a bed of lettuce.
He's sweating to the lettuce.
Lettuce is gonna wilt.
Are we talking like a full size, like when you go to the store and you flip through the posters? Are we talking like smaller scale, like you pop a dart at a carnival game and they give you the mini poster?
The only thing I had of the picture was I made it my Facebook profile picture for a while.
Oh,
So
okay. I thought you had a full on poster of it.
no.
Okay, well, we will now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we'll
will
have a
bring
real
that to Michael's and get it custom framed.
Mhm.
And that would be beautiful.
Okay, so a little bit down on the Google search for Richard Simmons and lettuce photo.
Oh, no.
Was an article that says 8
8.
fab photos of Richard Simmons that prove we need him back in our lives.
I'd say that's a fair statement.
Mm-hmm.
That photo's probably number one. Good on you, Richard.
It is not on here yet. Just a lot of
I
silly
hope
glasses. I feel like he's kind of the Elton John of the workout world.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
I hope
yeah.
he
I can
has
see
that,
that.
photo like above his mantle, like in the fireplace.
I honestly never thought it was actually his real body, but you guys think it is, huh?
Oh, for
Well,
sure. I
If
think
like
so.
his dong was out, I don't think he would do that. But that
Well,
actually
no.
looks
That
like
was
something he
very
would do to be
tasteful.
cheeky.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I can
very
see that.
tasteful.
Because even some of the outfits for like Dance the Oldies, they're a little.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Okay, so this is the sauciest one.
That probably had more. Could see more and imagine more.
Mhm.
This is a little bit more conservative.
So while she's looking up some pictures, I'm going to throw this out live to the cast. Are we digging the table? Do we think this table works better for recording?
Ooh,
I do see some.
I do like the round table aspect of
he
it.
is
The
very.
corner. He's startled. He was going to get the mail and he didn't know the mailman
What
would
would
be
be
happening upon.
really
Oh.
nice is if I had like
Oh dear.
dual, like small 15, 19-inch monitors, like back to back, facing each way in the middle, so that way you could see Leah, and it would be a little bit better. Because I feel like, look, right now, like if Ryan and Carl were here, they'd be sitting there and they wouldn't see anything. So, but it is what it is.
There's also this one of him at a parade or something, lifting his leg over his head.
Oh
Oh
my.
wow, that's pretty impressive.
Look at
That
that
is,
flexibility. That a
Hey,
boy.
if you
He
got
does
it,
look a little
flaunt it,
older in this
right?
picture as well.
that is a very.
Is that
odd-
Richard's
I can't-
bulge? It sure is.
Well, maybe he was trying
Or
to
wait,
camouflage it with the stripes.
going on
but
there?
It's
It
very
is-
confusing.
I think there's something that he's placed on his lap to cover the
Okay.
bulge.
Okay. I was like, what's
Oh,
going
he's so
on?
modest.
Satin bubblegum.
Is it a Merkin?
Mm-mm. I love me American.
I mean, Merkins are where it's at.
Okay,
He'd
I
be
like,
working that Merkin.
I like that we just went down a Richard Simmons rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
I do
It
too.
was delightful.
It was.
God, I never would have expected the bed of lettuce.
No.
And my life is richer for seeing
Seeing
it.
Richard.
Mm-hmm.
For seeing
Yes.
Richard.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
not just lettuce, though. All of the vegetables.
You're right. It was
Yeah,
a
very
well
balanced.
balanced.
There was a
Mhm.
radish. There
There's
was
carrots.
Full on salad bar. Take a little of this, a little of that.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
toss his.
A lot of Richard.
What restaurant has your favorite salad? I love a good salad bar, but like it's a dying art.
It
It's-
is.
Pizza Del Rey.
Right on.
It's not the best for like any reason, but I still love it.
But have you been there since they reopened?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
even,
it's
and I
it's
love
awesome.
it.
I feel like the new owners have really brought the pizzazz back.
Oh, good.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
We may have to check that out.
I was a big fan of the salad
See,
bar.
I couldn't go there because they're like uber Christian,
Mm-hmm.
and it just bugs me.
Yeah, we didn't realize that at first for a while, and then I think was it Christmas time? Was all the Jesus music?
Ooh.
I think it was not even.
It was something. We were there because the kids loved it, right? Because they can have whatever pizza they want.
God, could you imagine though if they had the little communion wafers right at the buffet?
You dip in marinara.
Sure, why not?
Blasphemous.
Dessert wafers.
In Spain, we had
Ooh,
I
dessert
got like a
wafers.
snack that looked like communion wafers, and it did taste like communion wafers. So I'm pretty convinced that that's what they were. 'Cause it
Would
was
you like
also-
caramel sauce with the body of Christ?
well, it was also in
Mhm.
Spain,
Yeah,
so
so
like
they're
they
very
really love
Catholic,
the
yeah.
Jesus there.
They do love the Jesus.
So, why not eat Jesus on a Sunday, like on a
You
stroll?
know who had the best salad bar?
Hmm.
You remember when Mega Foods built that new fancy grocery store?
That's now a storage unit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that salad bar was the best.
See, I've never actually had a grocery store salad bar.
Oh, it was good. And Festivals is good too.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah, I believe
Gary
it.
took me to festivals. Like, that was Festival Foods, wasn't it?
We went to the hot bar or
The hot bar's
The
good.
hot bar.
Oh, yeah, no, we did. When we went to Pine Jelly, when we made Pine Jelly, we went to Festival Foods. That was your first time going to Festival Foods?
That's why you took my picture
Oh,
twice.
yeah. Oh, that's right.
Oh, it was
I
an
did.
event.
It was.
Well, Courtney doesn't
my
do
phone's right
things.
there. Hand it to me and I'll show you, everyone.
I was very perplexed by the bathroom situation because there was a big whirlwind tornado above
And
the
I explained to her it's because it's also the tornado shelter.
I thought it was just because, like,
Be careful when you go in there. You know what I mean?
right? I'm like, why is there a tornado above the toilet?
Storm's coming.
Okay, here you go, guys. Pass it around the table.
So when is that coming out? Courtney tries new things.
Soon. I wanted to go get the bubble tea today, but because Courtney was
You know,
late,
I have
we couldn't
boba
do it.
tea. I can make it.
I did crack open one of those cans.
We're gonna take her to Star Cup though.
It was
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't.
The
surprise
cans.
me.
It depends on the flavor.
See
not a
the
big fan of
see
boba
the
tea.
tornado above the restroom sign?
Mm-hmm. I do love that. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really a universal sign either.
No.
I mean,
it's not.
I you could deduce that, but not everyone would.
No. So right.
Maybe like adding the word shelter would help. Because it's just
But yeah, that was our
literally a
first time.
swirly tornado.
That was.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on the adventures, take little videos and stuff, but then come back and talk about the adventures, and that'd be.
Courtney, have you been
I
to
thought about
Woodman's?
calling it like de-virginizing Courtney.
Oh, you can call it.
It sounds a little
Poppin'
scandalous.
Quartz cherry.
Poppin' cherries with
Poppin'
Courtney.
cherries.
It has to be with Court, so she feels edgy.
Oh yes.
Yeah, edgy.
Can you wear leather pants when you do it?
I don't
Or
know.
maybe like a leather jacket with fringe.
Ooh,
Mm.
white.
I do want to take Gary, and you probably know what I'm talking about. I want to take Gary to the Mennonite place in Barron for their Thursday night. You don't know about this?
Right.
Oh, shit.
Well, first, so go
How do you
into it, and then I'm gonna elaborate on the poppin'
Yeah,
cherries.
that is a good question. I did date a Mennonite.
You did? Scandalous.
Oh my god, I have
How
so
many
many
Mennonite
questions.
did you date?
Just one.
You only dated one Mennonite.
Yeah.
I have so many
One
questions.
Did he last the
Mennonite?
full night?
Ask.
Isn't one a Mennonite?
You can ask all the questions.
Oh my god.
So no, Thursday night what?
So Thursday night at...
Tell me where.
It's... Well, I tried.
At her boyfriend's house?
It's in Barron.
Uh-huh.
It's the Country Lane Pantry.
Okay, yeah.
They have a Thursday night... Yeah.
Thursday night what?
Yes.
It's a
Like a buggy
a
pull?
vendor fair slash... A what?
a buggy pull.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
But they have like a tractor motor and they fire it up and they make ice cream off of it.
Oh my goodness
Yeah, that sounds like a
gracious.
very big
Uh-huh.
thing to do.
But they have phenomenal
Fuck
like
can they run?
they have phenomenal like they're this the
Every
inside
Flour
of
is
the
apparently
store.
amazing.
No,
Like they grind their own flour or something, and it's
how can they be using a tractor?
They can.
the
they
Mennonites can
drive
get away with more
vehicles.
than
Because
the Amish.
you can have
Bending rules and-
the what was it?
And I can't lie, the family's name that have the tractor that makes ice cream, they're literally the Yoders.
Yeah.
Like you can't make
no,
that up.
you
It's
can
very
have black
authentic.
car Mennonites, and they're the ones who are more modern, and they think they're better than the horse and buggy Mennonites.
Well,
They
those are
can't have
Amish,
radios in their cars,
right?
Era superiority.
Well, and it needs to be
Yeah.
black.
No.
But sometimes you can get a ride with them, but it's a real
Are those
problem.
Amish people
I thought that was
No.
Amish.
No, no, no.
Oh,
No, Mennonite.
Mm.
Okay, because the Mennonites that I and Court are familiar with, drive whatever car.
Particularly a
color they have.
minivan.
Or
Chrysler.
trucks.
Well, they can get rides from other people, so that's like
Yes.
their job, and they like drive. They drive the Amish and the Mennonite.
Where is this?
In Clark County,
I'm very curious
all
about this.
around.
I mean, I'm sure there's different sects, obviously, because,
Mhm.
like, you know, there's different styles of Lutherans. Some Lutherans are cool and some Lutherans are crazy. But yeah, I dated one of those parents.
Well, the black car Mennonites
What was his
are
name?
not nice to the horse and buggy Mennonites.
Yes,
when
you
they're
do.
Children.
We were living together, right?
Correct?
You lived with a Mennonite?
No. Leah and
Oh.
I lived together
Tiffany
while
and
I
I
was
were
dating
living
him.
together
Oh.
while she was seeing him briefly.
How long
Yeah,
did you
I totally
date him?
remember. Yeah.
Mm,
His name's
His name is...
Did
That's
he wear
not a Mennonite
suspenders?
name.
He did not.
I feel like it's...
Oh,
He's married, though. He married a much younger girl. It was kind of creepy,
Oh, of course
actually.
he did.
my grandpa always wore suspenders.
He did.
And he could say the word suspenders, but
Suspenders.
sometimes it would just come out spenders.
Well, it would go from suspenders to suspenders to spenders.
Yep.
And
I mean,
he-
suspenders
suspenders
is the
on.
appropriate word.
And
And
there
I
were
love it.
ladies that used to like snap his suspenders and he got mad about it. So he started wearing shirts on the outside of the suspenders.
Was that on the bus or was it just?
No, that was like later in life.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, he'd go to visit
Mm-hmm.
his girlfriend.
So
That was
I...
not his
Did
girlfriend.
he
They
not
were
like
just
it or
friends.
did not like it? Because I'd be like, come snap these spenders, ladies.
Oh, no. Yeah, she's classy.
So when my grandpa, when I was older, some of the people, when my grandpa would go to the bar to have some beers in my small town, they called him Buck.
There's always a buck. We had a buck in high school.
And I feel like it's kind of spicy.
It can be.
Like, I wonder if my grandpa was spicy.
Ooh.
My
Yeah.
grandpa was spicy. You don't want to know.
She's a real see you next Tuesday. I don't like that
Ooh.
word, so you're welcome.
Oh, I love that word.
I
Do you?
I love it when somebody's being just an awful prick, just to be like, "You're a right cunt." You know that?
Yeah, I feel that.
It feels
Can
so
be warranted.
dirty. I have
Oh,
a
I
hard
like the
time
word
saying
cunt.
the P word, too.
Cunt.
Courtney
Yep.
doesn't like it, but Court might be into it.
Court's like, I don't even got anything. She says, "Good on ya, you cunt."
How about Leah?
I love cunt. Cunt.
Oh.
I was
All
also.
cunt of goodness.
It's taken some years for me to get to the place where I can say cunt.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like I don't know. It's if my mom heard me say cunt still to this day, and my mom swears like a sailor, she'd be like, Tiffany.
Interestingly enough, my dad always swore like a sailor, so I thought the word useless was a swear word until the second grade.
True.
And then it was on a spelling list, and I was like, because to me that was like
Scandalous.
the equivalent of the F word, and I like took a second because I'm like, they wouldn't put a swear word on a second grade spelling list,
Teacher, we have the wrong
and then I'm
list.
like, it must not be a swear word, but it sounds like it when my dad uses it. But he would use the word cunt, and I never considered that one.
Why isn't that on my spelling book?
Like, I didn't know what it
spell
was, so like I just didn't think of it as like being bad. I didn't say it, but I was like, the first time someone like told me like how terrible they thought that one was, I'm like, why is that one like the worst one?
Really, that one?
Did you
Yeah.
ever meet my grandma Maisel? No, you didn't.
I don't know if I ever did, to be honest.
She was at my wedding.
Oh, okay.
this is a different
I
one.
did. I'm being stupid then. Mhm.
My grandma Maisel, I know I mentioned her because her name was Valorous, and there's only one thing that rhymes with Valorous, and we all made poems up about her.
The name Dolores.
Yes, Dolores. But in her later years, she's slipping hardcore,
Mhm.
and I swear I told the story. If I did, stop me, because I tell the story quite frequently because she was a hoot.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
don't
I've heard about
I don't know if this story has been told to these two. I'm almost positive I've heard it. But
So my husband, he's 10 years older than me. And he's not a graceful 10 years older than me. Like, he's like, he just... 8 years have not been kind to him. But when I met him, I was 19. So my grandma, she'd be like, say. Everything was say. Say. Who is that? I'm like, that's my fiance. No. He's too goddamn old. And then she'd go on this thing, and she wore a muumuu, And the muumuu had snaps, not buttons, not nothing.
Sure.
And nothing underneath. I mean, it was just... So when she'd sit down, it was like, bing, 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 bing. They'd all like snap, unsnap, just
It's
so
like the countdown to the show.
Yes. Not intentionally, just a bing. And she'd be there and she'd be like, she's too goddamn old. Sex and ass. That's all that anybody ever cares about. And then she'd take her hand and she'd shove it in her crotch and go like this and go,
Oh my God.
and like 5 minutes later, say, who is that? Like, that's my fiance. Oh, he's too goddamn old. Sex and ass. Come and get it, boy. It was.
Did she just be stuck in a loop?
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
we were so scared that when I got married, that she'd start this loop during the church. Because she was relentless.
If anyone has any objections.
She'd get right in there.
You forgot the ending.
Oh my God.
This is the
What?
hand
Come and
motion,
get it, boys?
just so you know.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, the end of it was always, come and get it, boys. Uh-huh. She's a tiny little, like, oh my gosh. Dolores. Settle down.
I want to hear the backstory of Dolores.
She was
Like,
so-
what was her
Go
deal
into
back in the
Valores.
day?
Huh?
I said, we've got time. Let's go into Valores.
Well, what do we know about her?
We need her origin story.
Yeah, I want the prequel.
Well,
How did she get
'Cause
along with a name
her-
like Valores?
Was it Valores' mom that would fart in church?
it was her stepmother.
Her stepmother.
She did not like her stepmother.
Oh,
no, she's farting in church.
That's
had-
the one who was deaf and would fart.
Yes, in
and
church.
and no one where she wouldn't notice.
Remind us
or
her
she
name.
thought no one could hear it.
That was Grandma Tilly.
Grandma,
That's
thank
right,
you, Grandma
Tilly.
Tilly. And
Uh-huh.
she also pulled out her tits in the bus, right?
Yes, she'd not drive the bus. She'd ride the bus topless. And that's how she got her lifetime bus pass suspended by our grandfather.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Grandma Tilly is the stepmom of Valores.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And Valores had a sister named Lucille, who she was extremely bitter about, because Lucille, she was a kind lady. But she
didn't
claimed
rhyme.
that when they were little, Lucille threw her down the stairs, and she hadn't been the same since.
Oh my God.
She was very bitter about it.
Is it because she didn't rhyme with the lady part?
Maybe. No, my grandma was bitter.
I know.
Okay.
Because Lucille didn't have to rhyme with the lady part.
It's possible. I don't know. She was actually a really pretty younger lady. But not towards the end. She was feisty. She was probably like 4.5 feet. I mean, she was really short.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd drive a full-size Chevy Silverado. Red. And sitting on like a mountain of cushions. And she couldn't drive it very well. She was all over the place. And she kept scraping the cemetery, like the pillars going to the cemetery. And my grandpa would get so mad. Just tore them up. But yeah, she was just, everything was sex and ass. It was
She's not
crazy.
wrong.
Right? Come and get it, boys. See?
Why don't I have cool family members like Courtney?
Yeah.
I
It,
don't know.
it takes a unique, just things of events to create a Courtney. That's for sure.
That's true. That's true. And you were there for it.
Right. I think part of it is because her dad is just so unique. So he picked somebody that was like equally unique.
They were complete opposites, my mom and dad.
Except for on the roller skating rink.
Yeah, that's where
I
they
want to pull that a little bit closer to you.
Uh-huh.
There you
That's
go.
where they met, and there was sweet love on the roller skating rink. My mom played the piano and my dad's rented out the skates. So scandalous.
Sounds like a match made
Did your
in
mom
heaven.
ever play the accordion on roller skates? That'd be fun.
That'd be a
Would
recipe
be.
for disaster.
I don't know.
Fair enough. But no,
That would be a show.
sex and ass. But it was a whole...
Did she ever do that on roller skates? Go and get it,
Probably.
boys.
I'm going to go with yes. I'm going to say yes. Just based on the story.
Oh my gosh, she was... I was so scared that she was going to do that during her wedding.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't. She kept her shit together.
Good job, Dolores.
Good job,
Did someone have to talk to her beforehand?
No, thankfully she was worried that she thought my mom stole her red coat. So she was really focused on her red coat. Thank God.
So someone needed to have stolen her
Did she
red
steal
coat.
the red coat? Maybe it was like a bull
I don't know.
distraction.
Right?
Look over here. Don't worry about them.
Oh, but yeah.
I love that idea.
I bet you.
She was a matador.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I bet you I'd like to think I have a picture of her somewhere. Oh, and when my grandma passed away, my aunt, I don't know if it'll be funny saying it as much as it was just cute, her like constant, she had this purse. It was this little tiny, little like clutch kind of purse, and it had like gold lame like glued all over the outside of it, and she'd peel it off, but she loved this purse so much. And randomly, she would just open up the purse and be like, what's in here? She had, like, a cat toy, like a pepper packet. Like, and it was, like, gold in her mind. Like, what is this? And she just, it was phenomenal in her mind. But
That's how I feel about ostomy supplies.
Yeah.
What's in here?
she stole the cat's toy, just took it right away and snatched it in her little purse. But I got the purse. I'll have to bring it next time. It's still loaded with all of her treasures.
Oh my God.
And there's a picture of her for Christmas dressed like a Viking. She doesn't know she's dressed as a Viking. But my Aunt Michelle put it on her. And it has like the long Viking braids. And she just looks like pissed eating her Jell-O. Like, that was one of her favorite pictures she'd take out of her little snatchel.
She's just dressed her like a pet cat.
But she was quite the lady. And everything, she was such a little collector. Like, she spent the night at my aunt's house, which was your daughter's. And my aunt's like, where the fuck is my hairdryer? My grandma had it tucked in her pillow. my aunt, like, picks up her pillow, and there's, like, an apple, a hairdryer, a shoe. She was just so happy being a little klepto. So cute. Sex and ass.
I have worries about my daughter now.
She a klepto?
She's not a klepto, but she is a collector of things.
I stole a brick this week.
I'm sorry, what?
Courtney's starting. She's starting her collection.
Where from?
Well, I was on a tour of the Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Oh, sure.
And I love collecting. Like, every place I go to, I have to have a shirt or a something or a pen. I don't know, but there's memories that are involved in everything. So on the way home, we stopped through this little town called Mason, Upper Michigan. And there was, which I'm really into, like, and my son is, into those, like, mining shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with the Schnabels and the, do you guys ever watch that?
No.
Okay.
I think so. Are they up in Alaska? Or
Yes.
somewhere? Yeah, okay.
And one of the teams has a dredge. Well, we saw this sunken dredge on the side of the road in, like, this lake. And across from it was this big abandoned building. And I thought it was so cool. And I kind of walked through it and stuff. And
no, hold up. Is one supposed to? Is it open to the public, or are you
absolutely not.
So you're
It
trespassing?
was just me. I was trespassing,
Okay.
and I stole a fucking brick.
This is a litany of crimes. What
It
else
was
are we getting
free.
into?
It was court, actually. That was
It was
Oh,
court.
that makes sense.
She's a badass.
Court would do that.
Courtney stayed in the car.
My son was so
Checked
mad.
Courtney
He's
at
like,
the
"You
border.
do not need a brick." I stole a brick.
Why would he say that?
Everybody needs a friend.
Judge
I
me.
feel like Seth
knows
would
it's
like
haunted.
be like, "Let's go get all of them. Let's build a house."
I think
stole a
Jay's
brick
onto
once.
something because it's haunted.
That's what I think. There's a part of me
can
that's
do
like,
it.
what if the brick, I don't know, moves in the middle of the night?
Right.
Something's bound to happen.
I did.
stole it.
I stole a brick once.
You
You guys
I
are
did.
like fucking anarchists.
Right?
They tore down my elementary school.
Oh, I wish I would have stolen a brick from my elementary school.
And so
I didn't think that was an option.
Yeah, I rode my bike down there and I stole a
Very
brick.
nice.
And I think I
I
put the
love
date on there
that.
too.
We're brick buddies.
Where's that brick
Wow.
today?
I guarantee you, it's in my parents'
somebody's window?
upstairs. No,
Probably. And then it's going to
it's
get
with
traced
all
back
the
to her
other
with the
things I
date.
stole as a teenager in my old bedroom.
You
Mm.
stole a bunch of stuff? as
Oh,
a
yeah,
teen? Oh, my
volleyballs,
heavens.
road signs.
Wow.
Do you guys not do
Combs.
that stuff? I stole things too. Bathroom signs.
Mm.
No, I didn't steal anything. I stole chalk once in the first grade and was convinced that I was going to go to hell.
Sex.
I didn't
What
steal things that were like you should pay for them. Does that make sense?
It was well, I stole a small piece of used chalk from our chalkboard where we could just independently play to give to my friend because I wanted her to like me.
I would take things like
This is the building that I stole the brick
like
from.
a random
I thought it was cool.
cheap pepper shaker from a restaurant. Stuff that nobody really would miss.
Oh, we
but-
briefly talked about that the first night we got together.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I
I did that.
See? And that was the...
So one time I accidentally stole a scrunchie from like the dollar store in my town, which wasn't a dollar store, but back then it was C&M Liquidators.
Oh, I don't know if that...
Okay, anyway, it was like the dollar store in my small town, but like not a big chain thing. And I put it on my wrist because I wanted to buy it, and I forgot, and we left. And I actually made my mom take me back
Aww.
so I could pay for it or give it back. I can't remember which. I think I paid for it. My mom was mad because she had to drive me back there. But I had no qualms stealing a safety cone from the street. Or a volleyball. I would take volleyballs from the opposing teams when we would go visit. So it would be like Clayton volleyball, 1999.
Schools are shit
How'd you
now.
hide? How'd you get it?
I just put it in my duffel bag.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And especially if they were the colored ones.
Oh my
Like that's when
heavens
the
to
colored
Betsy.
ones started coming out.
And you used them when you got home? Like you let people see it?
Honestly, no. I think they stayed in my bedroom for a while. They were hidden.
Oh, I would be so
We have one in our
scandalous.
backyard right now.
Oh my god. How do you do this?
And I graduated 20 years ago. so-
Oh my
Sure.
goodness gracious.
And I didn't play
Once
volleyball
it's
senior
done,
year.
like 7, 8, 36 times, it gets a lot easier.
Yeah. Just the more you steal stuff, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my heavens to Betsy.
I had a friend who was like obsessed with stealing those blinking lights that would be on top of like road close signs. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
that's such a
that's-
danger.
That's
Well, there's always
super
two.
Cool.
Just to be fair.
The one's just asking to get taken.
So it's just less visibility for the visibility for the
I mean, do
impending
teenagers
people do
really
disaster.
think about that?
How many people do you think died because of that?
I have no idea.
There should be studies done.
Fair enough.
Let's do one. Let's
Okay.
do a study.
I think that would be interesting. The number of accidents along the
I kind of want
roads.
to go on a klepto trip with you now.
Uptick.
Yeah.
I used to steal every time I had to pay like a speeding ticket, I would steal something from the courthouse.
Oh my god! How many times does this happen?
Every time.
I don't know if I can
It's
hang
a
out
terrible
with you guys.
idea,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
Okay, I understand every time. I'm just saying, like, I've never had a ticket where I had to go to the courthouse. So, like, how many times did this happen? Like,
I want to say
just
like
ballpark.
2, 3,
Okay.
3 times. something
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
okay.
But I would steal like there would be like these sandwich boards and it would be like Judge so and so courtroom this way.
Sure.
And so there'd be like a placard that said like Judge so and so. And so I would take the placard that said their name. And so I had several judge placards in my bedroom.
Nice.
I bet people miss their
feel
court
like-
dates.
I feel like I don't even know you.
There had to have been cameras. There had to have been cameras. That's
In
just,
theory, yeah.
I would love it if you brought someone home and they're like, Jesus, she just runs through the judges. Like, what is this?
How have we been best
She's got a
friends
thing
for,
for the robes.
How have we been best friends for 20 years and this is the first time I'm hearing this story?
Well, I don't know. I feel like was with me
That
at
makes
least one of
sense.
the times. She had one
oh,
too.
so was this?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, for sure.
Fresh out of that what is that thing you did? Forensics?
Oh, forensics, yeah. Not prison, I was kidding.
I was going to say juvie.
Forensics was very klepto.
Debauchery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Ours was not.
They had fun here in Eau Claire, I guess.
I wasn't
So I
invited
think-
to those things though. Whenever there was sassy stuff going, no, one invited
I did
me.
I did a plenty of fair share of sass on forensics trips. There was lots of klepto. It was a game to see who could get like the best thing. But again, our goal was to get things that really didn't matter. Like one time I stole like a signed thing from Walmart, but they literally were done with it, so they didn't care. The dude watched me going, he's like, bye.
He's actually saying, stop. Stop.
My mom was a klepto, but she like made it a business. Like she was so cheap, so cheap. Oh my god! Like, oh, she was
I'm
bad.
so excited for this.
Really?
What did she steal? Yeah.
Well, she was cheap, but then at the other hand, she loved going to the casino.
Mm-hmm,
And so she'd go to Turtle Lake
Yep.
And, if you go there frequently enough, you get certain incentives.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go there so often, you get a free hotel night stay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And her big thing was to go down there in the morning and to the buffet, and she would collect dozen yogurts, dozen carton of milks, and just say, "Oh my gosh, I'm bringing this upstairs for the people." So everything was always the joke. It's for the people. So, like my son, who was just like a toddler at the time, he always had cartons of milk. I'm like, where the hell is he getting cartons of milk? And like this bountiful array of yogurt and granola bars. And Dad's like, she steals it from the casino. It's for the people.
There is people.
There's people in the room.
No, yeah, but there is people, like the security people that watch all the cameras. People, they don't see them. They're not supposed to.
Okay.
So there are people to deliver their food.
Oh.
So was she telling people it was for the people, or
She
would
was
just be
it's
like,
for the people that are sleeping in the room that aren't able to come to the buffet. She's like, this is for the people.
Oh, the people.
She'd announce it really
in my room.
loud.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't believe her. Don't worry.
But see, here's the thing. I think she actually was onto something where, because she was so frugal, I'm sure she worked. My theory is she worked it out in her head where she's like, I spend this much, but then I get this much back, and then all these little freebies, that's where I rake it in. So she was probably turning a profit once she calculated it all
She really
out.
was. Because when we would camp quite regularly, my husband, son, and I, and beginning of the camping season, we'd get this gallon-sized Ziploc bag of jelly packets, ketchup packets, all the shit that she
That's
took
I'm
for the
awesome.
people.
I'm literally not kidding you.
That's
My
awesome.
mom does the same thing.
For the people?
It's not for the people.
No, it's just for her.
I've been the beneficiary of many free hotel rooms in Turtle Lake. Because I'd take my kids to go visit Grandma and Grandpa, and
Okay.
we would stay at the hotel. But I think my mom can't help it. Like, she's got to take all the butter. Like, there's a whole
Yeah.
dish of butter. Why are you taking all the butter?
Absolutely. It's for the people.
It's the jelly. Hey, there's a bunch of strawberries. Strawberry jelly. You like strawberry jelly? She should take
Right.
all the strawberry
To
jelly.
this day, though, when I take things, I say it's for the people.
Yes, that is our family.
I'm
It's
starting.
for the people.
You should.
I'm going to do that.
It's for the
Spread
people.
it.
It's for the people.
It's just good business.
How else are you going to
Napkins?
come out ahead?
Salt packets.
Was the glove compartment in the car always full of napkins from Hardee's, McDonald's,
Yep.
ours
and ketchup
is.
packets.
straws?
But that's because I have a messy family and I need to be prepared.
Rude.
I'm low on car napkins right now, honestly, because we don't go out to eat very often anymore. So
Ah.
Oh, we go out to eat all the freaking time. It's for the people, though.
It's for the people.
for the people.
We stayed at because we were gone out of town. We spent 9 different nights in a hotel, and every hotel we stole all of the lotions and bottles of and we just
Well, that's not stealing. You're paying for that.
well, but we put it all into a bag and gave it to my dad for Father's Day and said it was from the people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good times.
It's good stuff.
It's about time
We
the people came
travel
back.
with screwdrivers in our purses so that we could take things off the walls.
That's smart.
When we were in-
In the
When we
hotel
were in
rooms because they're
forensics.
screwed up.
You
when
can't
we were
just
in
take
forensics, we
that.
did-
They wouldn't. They would
Well,
just take it down and
They would,
graffiti
they
on
would
the
take
back
it down
side.
and then put something behind it and then put it back up.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Well, yeah.
I mean, some
one
stuff.
other thing that we did once is there was a forensics meet in a college town somewhere in Wisconsin. I don't want to incriminate us too much, so we'll stay at somewhere anonymous. But we were staying in the dorms in this town.
Oh, I know. Yeah, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah, you know.
Yep.
And so and I are sharing a room, and we have our screwdrivers, and on every floor there's there's 2 bathrooms, one male, 1 female bathroom, and we went and took the signs off the bathroom doors of whether it was saying which was which.
I love
And
it.
then you just woke up to screaming, people walking in on each other. And our coach came and knocked on our door and was like, "Where are they?" We're like, "What are you talking about?"
Is it the coach I think it is, who is still a teacher there?
No. Yeah.
Like a Batman villain.
And he was like pleased, but also like, I'm held accountable for this, so you need to give them to me.
That reminds me so much.
Their innocence and did not give them back.
Aw.
This also really explains your Skyrim character.
Oh yeah, that's true. All I want to do is pickpocket and steal things.
Your story about, unhinging like things that are anchored down in rooms and whatnot reminds me of the story of my son. He was just maybe 7 months old, and my husband and I were like, we're gonna get like a hotel room. And this, I don't want you to picture me like now. It was when I was like 100 pounds ago, and we were more sexy back then. But we wanted to get a hotel room and have sexy time.
Are you saying you're not sexy now, Corey?
No. And so, sex and ass, what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
So we got this hotel room, but we decided to get this hotel room in Bayfield, where my parents have a house. So we left the baby with my parents. We went to the hotel, and,
Right.
as things happen. And
Ate some cookies.
yeah. And
It was for the people.
It was for the people. And as things are getting like, ooh, yeah. I look up, and in front of the bed on the wall, I fucking kid you not, is a picture of my mother.
Oh, what?
I'm not even making this up. It was a clipping of an article from the newspaper of my mother winning the apple peeling contest.
How? What the fuck?
Oh, she was a celebrity in that town. Yeah.
I just like caught a glimpse of this big. She wore this red cowboy hat every time she peeled this stupid apple, and there I saw like a glimpse of I'm like, is that a fucking red? Oh my god, it's my mother! It was horrifying.
That is unreal.
And I tried to take it off the wall. That son of a bitch was anchored.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta travel with your screwdriver.
Yes.
Do you case
Yep.
the joint now
Yep.
before, like, you do a once over?
Well, that was years ago when I still had sex. It's overrated now, but
Your husband's too goddamn old.
it's too goddamn old. Yes, but what were the chances? There she was, Marlena
Was
K.
she-
Putnam.
Was she in all of the hotel rooms?
Well,
I don't
in
know.
any other town, yeah, but in Bayfield,
yeah.
I mean,
She was legendary.
That's amazing.
yeah,
She won, like,
That
she
is not the plot twist I was
bajillion.
expecting.
they literally had to like change the rules
She
to
was
an
that
to an
dominant?
Yeah.
to an apple peeling contest because she just dominated.
She
What?
did. She won it like 8 years in a row,
Hmm.
and they finally had to put a time limit on it because she was just that fucking fantastic. It was like 388 inches that she could get this apple peel.
So you get one apple. You have to have a continuous peel.
Oh,
you peel it and
okay.
keep the peel. No breaks. It cannot break. So you have to have
Sure.
it thick enough where it's sturdy and won't break, but thin enough where you can get.
And it would take her
Several
like
feet.
4 hours.
Damn.
And
Now, mind you, I'm actually pretty proud of this. My best attempt was like 77 feet. Inches.
What?
77 inches.
uh-huh.
I want it to be 7. No.
Damn.
But yeah, so now when you the 300 inches is
Yeah, you can totally. Well, last year, I'm going to tell her story.
yeah.
I was like, Gary, being that my mom's passed away, she's been gone now 8 years at the time. I'm like, what we should do? We should just wing it. We should just do it. You want to do this with me? Like, I don't want to do it by myself, but let's just do it.
And I was scared.
I was scared too.
But you know what? I put on my big boy hoonies and I did it.
we did it.
Right?
I think we were easily in the top 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
You.
you give the end of the
My
story.
the ending of the story, I won first place.
Like you actually
First
went up,
time I ever
Yeah.
like
did
hurled
it.
stomping grounds? And
Yes.
They're like, fuck,
For
here comes
the
another
first
Putnam.
shot at 264 inches.
Yeah.
With a 1 hour is all you could take was 1 hour. But we fucking rocked it.
But like next year, I've got it all planned because like I had the knife that I was going to
you
use,
get to
and then
pick
they're
the
like,
apple?
no, you have to use our knives.
You
I'm like,
can't
okay, fine.
Do you get to pick?
But no
Yeah.
one said shit about bringing a knife sharpener. So I'm bringing my own little pocket
Ah.
sharpener, and I'm going to sharpen their goddamn knives.
I just like to think in my
Nope.
mind, fast forward 20 years from now, my son is making out with his girlfriend in a hotel room up in Bayfield. And there's Gary and I at the foot of the bed.
That's awesome.
And they maybe wear this big red stupid apple hat.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Do you want to hear a fun story about me and Amanda?
I'd love to.
Do I ever?
Me too.
So, after I broke up, I'm like, I need to be single for a while. I need to get everything in order, you know. But then I decided, gosh darn it, I'm ready to date again. I'm getting lonely. Glad I did it, but ready to do stuff.
He was talking about me.
No. So on my birthday, I made a birthday wish saying, I'm ready to date again. Let's see if this birthday wish can bring a lady into my life. So that was my birthday wish, right? Amanda, what day is my birthday? Where did we meet?
At Sears.
What day did you start working at Sears?
I started working at Sears.
Whoa.
Yup.
Ew.
I've got magic birthday powers.
Wow.
All my birthday wishes come true.
That's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
Are you using them wisely?
Yes, I make pretty innocent, modest wishes. Nothing like global domination or, you know. But
Obviously, because we still live here.
hey, here is nice.
Well, I know, but
It's
if you
just
had global
building toward it.
domination, I feel
Yeah.
like we should have a beach house or something.
And yeah, so we met at Sears. It's a beautiful story. I
That's
said she had
awesome.
beautiful eyes, and then
That was it.
she melted.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, and then I went to the mall the next day to like try to talk to him.
Oh.
But I chickened out. So like I walked around the mall for like an hour and like I went to Hallmark and bought a card so I could be like, oh, this is why I came here. I had to get a card from Hallmark. And then I chickened out. So then we just saw each other on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Then I asked her out, but to play it cool, because I didn't want her to feel like I was bombarding. I'm just like, hey, I'm going to go out to Perkins with some friends. You want to come? And she's like, yeah. And then I'm like, all right, well, I got to check with them. And I did actually check with them. And they're like, no, we're busy. And I'm like, good. So that I didn't
Good
bombard
answer.
Amanda. I said, okay, well, they can't come. So it would just be you and me. Is that still cool? And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm in.
I didn't want his friends to come. I'm very awkward in a crowd. I'm very awkward one-on-one.
And
I feel
you
that.
guys all know my friends. They're part of this podcast. They can be a bit much at first.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I just observed. Just observed and felt like I wasn't cool enough.
Oh.
It's fine.
That's fun.
You need one of the mic stands that Jay has. So when you lean back, you can pull it towards you.
I move too much.
That's why I want you
I
to have
know.
that. Okay.
That's what I'm agreeing.
That one's designed to, like, so these, when you shuffle them, like right now, all this noise is like going in. So that's all. Those, you can grab it and pull it, and it's supposed to be, it's pretty darn close to silent. Oh, the thing's too tight then. Well, you don't need to mess with them right now, but that's the way they're designed.
You can move around.
Mm-hmm.
Get a head mount dongle.
I do think my clients would like this if this is how I showed up to telehealth. Hello. How's it going?
They would think that you have really, really nice sound quality.
Yeah. I like horse noises.
Wow.
I do that at work when I'm like stressed, and I did it when I was walking down the hall and didn't realize it, and then someone's like, did you just make a horse noise? And I was like, yeah. What of it?
What of it?
I'm decompressing. I'm getting ready.
I hate to cut it short, but I have a curfew tonight.
Actually, we got over an hour of content now, so.
Just my child wanted to. She had a curfew and she missed it by 15 minutes ish. But she called. She went the wrong direction. It's like a legit thing, but still, we're like, you missed curfew. And then the next night we let her go out, but she had to be home earlier. And she was still a minute or two late. And so then she tried to negotiate for more time today, and I said no. If you can show up on time today, maybe we can negotiate more time tomorrow. So then she gives me the slide when I'm leaving. She's like, what are you doing again? I'm like, oh, it's podcast night. And she's like, oh, what time are you going to be home? And I was like, 10:15, just like you.
I respect that.
9:43.
But we're not to that point yet with but when I get to there, it's going to be, like a webcam or a camera right at the door recording, so I'll have timestamps all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like,
That's not creepy at all. No, I'm kidding.
so it'll be like, he's like, you came home at this time. No, I didn't. I came home at this time. Really? Because this is synced to this national network time protocol server. No, it's This timestamp is correct. If you had a clock that says different, that clock is wrong.
Right. This is the standard.
Yeah, no, it was.
The microchip that came over the threshold of the door at this time says 12:03.
Oh yeah, like a race. Chip time.
Yeah, I'd be like, you microchip me down? I'd be like, yep, I did.
I microchip my dog, so I mean, why not?
Right.
We do have the family link, so I can always see where he's at on his phone.
That I like.
Right.
We
We don't.
You don't actually have to do it, just tell me.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
wanted to do
he's
that.
13. I get to do it.
It's free with the Android stuff.
And he knows that we do it, so it's not like we're being sneaky. Like,
I have thought about that because likes to go out like on his 4-wheeler and stuff, and it's like, what if something
Well,
happens and he's not
that's
answering?
tough
or-
because if there's no cell reception, it's not going to talk back. You need data. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
but I could at least give like some area, like
Yeah,
before
that's true.
it goes away.
See, I can see where she is right now, which is really weird because she's like a block and a half from our house. Half a block. The next block over.
What if she's like right at the corner of the intersection where you guys are turning and she's waiting for you?
Turn the
Let's sneak up
tables.
behind her.
Yeah. Go for it.
And how old is she?
17.
Ah, yeah. Boyfriend? No boyfriend?
Boyfriend.
Okay.
No, boy.
They're stargazing.
Oh.
Okay, that's something I totally would have done. Like for real.
Yeah, I'm sure they are kind of probably.
You've seen my telescope upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I got to get new eyepieces for that. I want to say the pinnacle is around August 11th. But anyway, anytime near there, Venus is going to be really close to Earth, and it's going to be some spectacular views.
Leah, I keep hearing you try to say things, but you're not coming through very clearly.
The bandwidth is kind of going,
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh, don't be sorry.
If you wanted to say something, we can't hear you.
Like my connection's bad, is what you're saying, or what?
It's freezing a little bit, and I don't think it's you. I think it's just the internet is being
Okay.
a butthole.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for the person behind you to get their feet over the stirrups.
It does, like, I just keep picturing like a little head that will pop up like, hello.
Where's your puppy?
Here.
I would like to see the progress that has been made on your coloring.
Yes.
Oh, that's not very much.
Ah.
Quite nice.
Do you guys remember pudding pops?
Ugh, the
Why
best.
can't
They
you
were
get
so
them
fucking
anymore?
good, and they don't make
So
them anymore.
good. Ugh.
Pops.
And orange dreamsicles.
Mhm.
Maybe they were so good because they had the Bill Cosby knockout stuff in them.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was dark.
And like the pudding pop people are like, we got to stop this shit, guys. Bill's putting shit in here.
Right?
Fuck this. I mean, I get all these little kids are happy as hell, but come on.
Right?
Is it
Why
legit
does it
just
keep getting in the
pudding?
factory?
Like, can you
It
just
was.
It was
freeze
made by
and call
Jello.
a day?
It was made by Jello pudding. It wasn't just pudding, but it was Jello pudding pops.
Mm-hmm.
And there are other popsicles that are like
Fudgesicles.
fudgesicle,
That's
but
not
it's
the
just it's
same.
not the same.
It's not that creamy.
I think it was pudding. I think it was.
I think pudding was involved, but I don't think it was just straight
just
pudding.
We
thought-
should experiment.
Okay,
Right?
let's
The
do it.
Putnam cooking experiment.
Yeah, I like
Only
it.
if Gary talks like.
Julia Child.
Julia Child.
Julia Childs. I got to brush up. Let me see here.
I thought you were
I
going to say
guess-
Bill
Yes,
Cosby.
Leah.
There's a Ben and Jerry's flavor of ice cream called Chocolate Therapy that has chocolate pudding in it that I do. recommend.
Oh.
Hmm.
I could see where that'd be like a fun texture, I think.
And when like my insurance goes out and I can't afford therapy,
You eat ice cream and you can't afford therapy?
then I do that instead.
I think that's fair.
I'd
The
root for
the
it.
ice cream is called Chocolate Therapy. It's fine.
I could suggest that to clients. Be like, you can't afford your copay?
Yeah.
Just get this ice cream. It's a little spendy for ice cream, but not for therapy.
Yeah.
But then you
It's
fancy
just temporary. It's a
people up here or down here. I mean,
For any
like
of those
Shiitake,
watching this,
stopgap.
I'm trying
you
to find
either
the.
get chocolate,
online
vanilla, or
keyboard.
maple nut.
Oh, I love maple nut.
I do like maple nut, but
I like
want
maple
more.
nut on an occasion. It's not an every ice
Oh,
cream.
no,
kind
it's
of
not
thing. It's
an-
like a special occasion
Yeah.
ice cream.
My dad used to get maple nut, and I used to be like, ugh, why do you always get the gross ice cream? And now I'm like, it's delightful.
I'm a Blue Moon gal,
Oh, I love Blue Moon. Yeah.
but also I just love ice cream in general. So pretty much you can put any ice cream in front of me,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna be happy about it.
That's my jam.
Blue Moon is spectacular, though.
Mhm.
Actually, I have what is it? The blue cacao. It's like a liqueur,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
and you
Correct.
mix that
Cacao?
into a milkshake, and it tastes just like a Blue Moon
That's terrible.
It tastes like a grasshopper, but Blue Moon flavored.
What?
It's beautiful.
Can we do those for podcast night?
Yeah.
When I come over?
Yes, please. Speaking of which, anytime you can come over, I'll free up my weekend or whatever. Although my August is pretty fucking full. But
Okay.
With her description of her thievery, are you sure that's a good idea?
Right?
I can. I
We have
can't
a lot
bring.
of
I
shit
won't
in our
bring
house.
this one.
Whatever.
But if we need to, I've got the portable one that I can bring over to your house. We can even
Oh, then
record
she
from
could
your
steal
house.
your shit.
I really want to play
I stole
Catan
plenty
again,
of their shit,
Yeah, anytime,
etc.
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 No more hitting deers.
I've hit plenty of deer in my time. I don't recommend it.
I helped her move a
Mhm.
while back, and I, on my way home, hit a deer with my car on the freeway and destroyed my car. So I had to buy a new one, which is very upsetting because we had no car payments.
Mm.
And my car it only had like 78,000 miles on it. I loved that car. That was my baby.
What kind was it?
It was a Subaru Forester. It was lovely. I still actually.
Courtney's dad loves Subarus.
He does.
There's a little bruise still here.
So
And,
it just recently happened?
yeah. May 28th.
Yeah, end
Really?
of May. Yeah.
Oh, my fucking leg. I'm sorry.
Can I punch you in the leg?
I mean, right now I probably wouldn't feel it, but.
All right. I love you, Leah. Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye, Leah.
Thank you for listening to Wicker Biscuit, a Podcast Ahoy production. The producers of Wicker Biscuit are Ryan LeMay, Gary Putnam, and Courtney Holland. Executive producer is Gary Putnam. Recording and editing was done by Gary Putnam. Check out our social media for updates on upcoming pods and for clips and other media referenced in this episode. Because sharing is caring, the links can be found in the episode note. Check it out! Thanks again from everyone at the Wicker Biscuit family.